We weren't expecting him to pip the game against Nicholas earlier on. He did so.
Yeah, and you know, you'd argue that he's had a harder route here than Pinna has as well. So I'm really interested to see what happens here. And, you know, Stefano Pinna, I think, had a poor day yesterday by his standards. He knows that. He's coming to today. And, you know, we talk about Swiss, and as long as you get to bracket, it doesn't matter how you play it. Yes, okay, it's going to affect where you lie in the bracket, but as soon as you get to Swiss, you just need to win yourself a few games, and then you're in the final, you're in the global final, the grand final for all the money, for all the Global Series points. And that's when you need to perform. Sundays is when you need to perform, and he has been doing that, dispatching of two solid opponents, but DrErhano himself playing very, very well.
One thing I will say about Stefano Pinna, benefited last weekend from Nicholas not competing in Bucharest, was able to catch him up a little bit on those Global Series ranking points. He sits third in the standings at the moment, chasing Nicholas. Everyone's chasing Nicholas at the moment in first place. Nicholas going out early to DrErhano definitely benefits Pinna, considering he's outplaced him again. So he closes that gap at the top of the PS4 rankings. And if he wins right here, he's going to close that gap even more and potentially even overtake him.
Yeah, it's looking really good for him this weekend, of course, at the LQE. And that's what I love about FIFA. We've got so many events, so many opportunities for these players to find themselves some points and find themselves some money and just, you know, compete throughout the year. But here we go. PlayStation Grand Final here at the London LQE at the Gfinity Arena. There's going to be DrErhano from left to right in the white kit, and Pinna from right to left in the navy.
A couple of things to watch out for in this game, Chris, across the two legs. I want to see Pinna score goals. That's something that...
I mean, that helps.
I mean, obviously it helps, but Pinna's so renowned for his defensive gameplay. I want to see this man light up the stage. It would be a huge statement. I always talk about making statements, but if you could score a load of goals if you're Pinna to back up your defensive gameplay as well, it's going to be a tremendous statement to make. DrErhano coming forward here. For him, I want to see him break down the stout defense of Pinna. That's a long-range shot off the bar. Will he get the rebound? No, he won't. It won't even matter because he's offside, but breaking down Pinna, easier said than done. And when we saw Nicholas, who DrErhano beat to get to this final, I mean, it wasn't until Nicholas had to start chasing the game did we see DrErhano really start scoring a few goals. So I want to see DrErhano be able to break down the defense of Pinna.
And the thing is as well, DrErhano, his defense has been so good. I mean, we've seen him go up against Nicholas and he defended so well. He's going to have to defend even better. Oh my God, Ronaldo. Trying to turn inside and doesn't actually get the fortunate nutmeg, but is not going to be able to get a hold of the ball. But DrErhano, typically his defense has been very, very good. We've seen the onslaught that Nicholas put on against his goal, and somehow he survived. We really can't understand how Nicholas didn't score a goal.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that was good defending from DrErhano. I mean, we saw it in the first half of the second leg of that semi-final.
Maybe the keeper movement, you know,
there were 7, 8 shots at the half, and at least 4 of them went wide. So I don't think Pinna will have the same poor finishing that Nicholas did in that semi-final. So DrErhano needs to be better defensively, 100%.
Well, let's see what Pinna can do to try and break it down. There's a good opportunity for an attack here, Messi. Going to try and run into that one, but Madasar is there to clean things up very, very easily. 15 in-game minutes gone, and nobody really with too many significant of a chances. I mean, we've seen a wild shot from Modric. It did hit the crossbar, but it wasn't really fashioned to be a clear-cut one. Now, it does seem that Pinna is on the attack. Messi, back to Mbappe. And, you know, Mbappe, for me, he's been one of the cards of the tournament so far. That speed down the wing causing so many problems. Ronaldo back to Huller. That's a fantastic pass, and it's a great start from PSV Pinna. Rude Huller in the box, turns and smashes in the top left. Fantastic work by him, and it's a really, really well-worked goal. Pinna takes the lead here in the grand final of the PlayStation side.
First goal within 17 in-game minutes for Pinna, and now DrErhano, we speak about chasing the game, has to make sure he keeps his head for the rest of this first half. Only 1-0 down. You can't leak goals to Stefano Pinna considering how good his defense is. So if you're DrErhano, do not panic. It's an early goal conceded, absolutely not ideal, but it's just the 1 goal for now. Let's make sure we keep this competitive and keep your composure.
Plenty more FIFA to be played. And here is an opportunity here for DrErhano to attack. And really, a lot of the concentration of his attack has been on these wings, hasn't it? It's been Mbappe, it's been Neymar, cutting inside, looking for the passes. He likes to spread it wide quite a lot. At the moment, though, in the middle of the park, it is going to be Modric. Back to Huller, just waiting for that opportune moment. But Pinna shutting the door at every opportunity. You just look at the midfielders. He's got across the middle. He's hit the crossbar again, though. Not much defending you can do to stop that. But he's limiting DrErhano to having to take these shots, which are currently not going in. Corner, short to Modric, towards the back post. Holland is there to defend, and this one is going to be cleared away. And actually, this could be an opportunity for Ronaldo. He's 1-on-2 right now. He's got a runner to his left-hand side. That's to Mbappe, and this is a very, very quick break. Neymar down the right-hand side. Back into Messi. It's absolutely wonderful football, and that's a sensational pass and a sensational save by Van der Sar. The preceding corner is swung in, and this one will be dealt with by DrErhano. But what a passage of play from Pinna there. Fantastic FIFA from him.
DrErhano survives. That could have been 2-0 down. Just before that, though, it seemed like Pinna survived. There was a bit of a couple of chances coming in for DrErhano. He needs to be careful, though. Obviously, one of the things I was going to bring up before that entire passage of play happened, Chris, was to look out for this man who Pinna's controlling at the moment at left back, Marcelo. Something that DrErhano did so well against Nicholas was exploit the back post. Marcelo, not the tallest of players at the back stick. Both players using Marcelo at left back. So watch out for those left wing crosses coming into that back stick, and watch for players to try and exploit the shortness of Marcelo at left back.
An opportunity to exploit the defence there. Nice move by DrErhano, but that final pass is just a little bit wayward. And Pinna now on the attack, and that ball is maybe just going to be a little bit of a stretch. Lionel Messi. And that's going to go back to DrErhano. But yeah, you're right. You know, I picked up on the fact that he goes wide a lot, and that's the reason why he likes to exploit these small fullbacks. And that's one of the reasons we're seeing Sergio Ramos be brought back in. And, you know, I think when we play on the newer patch as well, I think we're going to see it even more. Because we know how prevalent crossing could potentially be on the new patch. And these big defenders at the back post are definitely going to help you. Modric, though, looking to find a route through the middle, and that's an easy enough save for De Gea. Not even a time finish there, so that's never going to trouble him too much. And now an opportunity for Pinna. Pushing forward once again, Mbappe. Then a little bit more central for Pinna by the looks of things. Maybe just mixing it up, but Hullet now controlling the game, recycling the play.
And if at home you're wondering, hey, why did players just play someone else at left back instead of Marcelo? It's because if you're chasing the game and you have to switch to a 3 at the back formation, you can easily push Marcelo up at that left midfield position. He's agile enough, he's quick enough, has 5-star skills. He can offer you a lot going forward, either with a 4 at the back as left back or a 5 in midfield at left midfield. So you don't want to have to substitute off one of your defenders to make that happen. And if you keep Marcelo on the pitch, he offers a lot of attacking prowess. 41 minutes gone, 66% possession in favour of DrErhano. That just goes to show, Chris, how difficult it really is to break down Pinna.
Yeah, so difficult, and you know, just solid at defending one-on-one situations as well. As it's, you know, we talked about DrErhano with the crossing as well, but his drag backs have been fantastic. But Pinna hasn't really given him any opportunities to find himself in that sort of space, and it's going to be a corner, fortunately, for DrErhano. Where does he choose to place this one? Does he go short? Does he stick it towards the back post? It goes front post, actually, and Mbappe back defending, doing his duties. Marcelo will clean this one up, so DrErhano can continue this attack. Approaching half-time here in the first leg. Modric trying to carve a chance from somewhere. Pull it back to Modric. Wants to orchestrate where he can. The step overs to try and create some sort of space. Into R9. Does he swing it in? Big tackle comes in from Varane, though. The Frenchman will just about shut down that attack from DrErhano, and at the half of the first leg, Pinna has a 1-0 goal lead.
About as we expected it to go. A lot of possession for DrErhano. Great defensive work from Pinna. Not as many goals as we would have liked to have seen from Stefano Pinna, but the lead going into the half of the first leg will be good enough. One thing I do love about this entire LQE here in London, Chris, is the diversity we have in the console finals. You have Dax and Megabit 9th and 8th respectively in the Xbox rankings, and then you have these two. I mean, Stefano Pinna, the highest ranked player left in the tournament on both consoles. He's sat up there in the top 3 in 3rd place, and then you have DrErhano, who is 15th in the world on PS4, and this tournament's certainly going to shake up the rankings in terms of Global Series points, because a lot of lower down ranked players are going to start creeping up the leaderboards a bit thanks to their fantastic placements here.
Well, it is a really good opportunity. You're very, very right for both of these players. You know, Pinna is one of these guys who is trying to take over that number one spot. DrErhano is trying to find himself in a much better position. And he will at this point. You know, he's going to get a decent amount of points, especially if he goes on to win this game. But is currently behind. But is on the attack. Modric here. Out now to Hullet. Doesn't mind a shot, does Ruud Hullet. De Gea has to palm it away. Maybe didn't look as dangerous as initially thought, but De Gea has to stick this one behind for a corner. Mbappe. Back to Rio Ferdinand. Looking for that incisive pass, and Varane just gets his face in the way. And Pinna will survive that attack. DrErhano maybe coming into this game a little bit more.
Yeah, it was a good read by Arhano before that corner came in. When Pinna is standing off you, using Vieira just kind of almost zonal marking on the edge of the box, making sure he cuts off any passing lanes, and you are in control of Ruud Hullet. Why not have a shot? He has great shooting stats. We've seen so many outside of the box shots from Hullet fly into the net, so it was a good identification there from Arhano, realising no pressure coming in on Hullet.
Oh, that's a good move. That's through the legs, actually, to Hullet. Van der Sar scrambling across his goal and stops that inside post shot going in. Now the corner from Pinna. All the way, a looping one to the back post, and that's what Van der Sar is great at. Getting there on these corner balls and stopping anything going in. Neymar now. Potential break here for DrErhano. Doesn't want to lose it to Sergio Ramos there, but he's been caught out of position. And here goes Cristiano Ronaldo. The afterburners are on. Turning inside, waiting for some support from his teammates. Modric is going to play this one out to Sergio Ramos. Looking for some play down the wings, potentially. We haven't seen DrErhano had much luck through the middle, although this might be that occasion. Ronaldo back to Modric, looking for some sort of space. Hullet. And he just can't seem to find that final incisive pass, but there it is. Ronaldo now to here with a sensational save. DrErhano really starting to turn things on now. This is better from him.
That would have been goal of the tournament for me, Chris. The amount of passes Arhano was able to string together, just so patient, just waiting for Pinna to make a mistake, commit one player too many forward to try and pressure the ball, and great patience and great save in the end from De Gea saves Pinna's skin, but Arhano knocking on the door. He is not out of this yet.
Sloppy play by Pinna there, and it just seems to be, you know, DrErhano, he doesn't seem to have like, he doesn't seem to have a full game of playing very, very well. It's either a half here and there, isn't it? And then he seems to turn it on at odd occasions. If he could keep that consistency, he could do the whole of these games, then he'd be really looking good in that tie.
Yeah, you're right. It seems to be either has a lot of possession and nothing really comes of it, or he's playing on the counter and then has some tremendous opportunities without the ball. So it's interesting. Like you say, Chris, he seems to be almost having a game of two halves, to use the expression as people do in football. Game of two halves. Never understood that one. What does it mean?
I mean, it's two halves of a game, but that's a cracking cross in by Mbappe.
Seriously, what does it mean?
What
do you mean if you lose the first half, you win the second half? Does that just mean the break is like you just have to forget the first half after the second one?
We're going wild. Well, not wildly off topic, but slightly.
Okay.
It's all right.
Learned two things today. It's a record for me.
Crazy. What a day you've had. Anyway, back into the game. Pinna now looking like he's on a break, and that might be an incisive pass to Neymar. Ferdinand just about getting in the way. We'll play it back to Van der Sar. Richard Buckley looking like his prediction could be a bit more correct than Mark's. He said 2-0 to Pinna. But there's still potential for the 4-3 for DrErhano. Who do you believe in? I'm honestly with Pinna at the moment. I mean, it's easy to say when he's 1-0 up, but so far his defensive work has been great. Although a little bit quiet on the attack in this second half of the first leg. Seen a lot more from him in the first, but here we go. This might be some potential for him now. Let's try and get another goal on the board here. Ferdinand switching the play, and just slow, patient play from Pinna here.
My worry for Pinna is if he, on the defence, as he has possession at the moment, if on the defence he does let Arhano control Hullet and just wait for that pass, and one of these finesse shots for Hullet is going to go in for Arhano. So you're almost looking for Pinna to get himself another goal. I hate saying that while I'm commentating, because obviously you want goals all the time, but to get that 2-goal cushion, you can start being a bit more risky on defense. And I feel like if Pinna starts playing a bit more risky with his defense, then maybe we'll see more attacking opportunities for him. But you can see, as you said, Chris, like you can see right now he's struggling to really get anything going attacking-wise in the second half.
He is, but here we go. Vieira now. Could he maybe help Pinna get himself in a better position here? Hullet will clear that one away.
It's a little bit lackluster, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, it seems as if he's maybe switching off a little bit as he gets into that final third. And DrErhano just seems to be one of these players who somehow survive in onslaughts. He hasn't necessarily had to deal with one so far, but his goal would do him a lot of favours here. Modric now. It's Marcelo. Looking to build. He's had his moments, he's had his chances, but has not taken them. Hullet, 89 minutes on the clock here in the first leg. Neymar back to Modric, just looking for the pass. He's not being afforded much room, but he has that little bit of room we talked about. Can't quite get past that defense. Pinna every single time. He just seems to slam that door shut. We're going to be going into the second leg with Pinna. A 1-goal lead to him. And looking good to be our PS4 Grand Champion here this weekend at the LQE.
A very solid first leg from Stefano Pinna, and I'm going to be honest with you, Chris, I love the adjustment I saw from Pinna at the end of that first leg. I was watching Hullet for DrErhano, and DrErhano was trying to find him, and Pinna, when he realized that all of his players were back defending his own box, he knew, hey, let me just mark Hullet. Let me get a player, I think it was Neymar, he was using it as cam position, just to mark Hullet, just to prevent that opportunity. So again, one thing that Pinna does so well is adjusting mid-game, and that's something he's recognized. He's saying, hey, maybe I'm giving a little bit too much time for DrErhano's Hullet on the edge of the box, because we know how dangerous those finesse shots are.
Yeah, they can be so dangerous. And Hullet is just an automatic pick into everybody's squad. He's such a good player. Defensively, offers plenty of attacking options too. It was the start, and let's be honest, you know, DrErhano hit the crossbar twice here as well. You know, a little bit less power, it might be saved, but it might have crept in too. Here is the Pinna goal though. Ronaldo down the left, tries his best to get inside. Hullet, little drag back, smashes it in with his left-hand foot. Left-hand foot? Left foot.
Left foot hand.
Left foot hand indeed. Good shot by Mbappe there. Yeah. And you know, he has had his chances, DrErhano, to get back in this game.
Second crossbar hit, like you said, from DrErhano, but I just want to touch on that Pinna goal. He's so good on the ball, as Stefano Pinna, and he hasn't really had an opportunity to do that in the second half, at least against DrErhano in the first leg. I want to see more of it. He scored a tremendous goal in his semi-final, multiple dragbacks, and I won't lie, I want to see more of that. I want to see more of Pinna attacking, and most of the game he's been defending, and towards the end he had a little bit more possession and more chances, but it's very much slim pickings for him, and DrErhano, as long as he is still in this tie, he has a chance of winning.
He does indeed. We've seen plenty of goals from him. We've casted most of his games actually, so it's nice for us to be able to see him here after his development through the tournament.
That was a tremendous save, by the way.
Yeah, great save. And
there was another 10 times, Chris. Sorry to interrupt you, but that's a goal. A green time finish with CR7 in the box. Tremendous save.
There was another moment when Pinna had his great move as well, and another good save coming out of Van der Sar. There's been a couple of hero moments from the goalkeepers to keep this as low scoring as it has been. But yeah, as I said, DrErhano, he's found a way to get goals in many games. He's come up against strong opponents. Specifically in his last game, where he really wasn't expected to beat Nicholas, but he goes on and does it, and does it in pretty good fashion. You know, he, as I said, somehow survived that onslaught we talked about. But at the same time, he made his goals count. He made all the chances that he had count. He needs to do it here in this game. He is behind, but we know he has the potential to score plenty of goals.
Yeah, speaking of Nicholas, again, he is out in the semi-final, not featuring in this PS4 final, but has been the Stefano Pinna kryptonite as of late. And this is the matchup Stefano Pinna wanted. He didn't want to have to play Nicholas, who's had his number on several occasions in the past. And you just wonder whether or not Pinna, so far, again, we haven't played the second leg yet of this tie, but you just wonder whether or not he's not making the most of this occasion, the most of him not having to play Nicholas, who like I said, has been his kryptonite. You just want to see him make a little bit more of the difference in players. It's not often we see someone outside of Nicholas in a PS4 final.
And obviously, with the absence of some of the other higher ranks, this is a really good opportunity for players like DrErhano to boost themselves up the ranking. It's a good opportunity for Pinna to get himself closer to that #1, potentially overtake it. But as we go into the second leg here, Pinna in the classic PSV red and white from left to right. DrErhano from right to left in the black. It's evenly poised. Nelly Pinna with the 1-goal advantage going the second leg.
Maybe Pinna's just playing patient, playing smart, saying, hey, as long as I have the lead, I know my defense is very, very good. I've made the adjustments I need to make. As long as I hold on to this 1-goal lead, eventually Arhano is going to start taking more risks. Eventually he's going to start changing formations or playing more players forward from the back, and that's when my opportunity to counter is going to present itself. So Pinna, very, very experienced, certainly underestimated by a lot of people, but underestimate him at your peril. He is an absolute beast.
Into this one, Pinna with the initial possession, but couldn't really do much with it. DrErhano, you're very right in what you said. You know, the longer that time goes on, the more risks he's going to take if he still finds himself behind. So it's up to him to make the moves. Pinna doesn't necessarily need to do anything else here apart from defend. Of course, a 1-0 lead is very, very fragile.
As long as he's within 1 goal, Chris, I don't see him making a change, at least in the first half. I mean, unless something's going badly wrong at the back or in midfield, I don't see him changing anything.
Oh, the pass was on for Messi on the inside there. Tried to look for it with Mbappe, but it's closed down very quickly, and here we go. Something we didn't see from DrErhano was the crosses coming in so much last game. And that was something that he's looked to in plenty of his games so far this weekend. A little bit more of that might be the key that unlocks the defence here.
Especially when you have Pinna making, as I said before, those adjustments to try and mark Ruud Gullit a little bit more. Maybe you're right, maybe attacking down the wings, maybe looking for those long through balls when we saw him earlier on in the day. First game of the day, actually, against Daniel Aguilar. We were surprised at how many long, raking through balls he was able to play. That's a mistake, though, in midfield, and he hasn't really had the opportunities to play those long balls, those through balls that he had such success using against Daniel Aguilar.
Messi down this left-hand side. Another goal for Pinna will be fantastic, and he's in a good position to do something here. Neymar, he may play it back to Ronaldo, doesn't need to. Drags back and snaps it towards the left corner. Van der Sar, we spoke about him quite a bit this weekend. Such a big frame in that goal. Fantastic addition to any squad. I
like the idea of the drag back there from Pinna. Yeah, you look at that pass inside. I think it was Messi who was on the inside. He potentially could have played that pass, but passes inside the box. You played just a smidgen too heavy, then the goalkeeper comes to collect. A chance here, though, for Arhano.
Huge chance for Ronaldo at the back post. Looking for the pass inside. And DrErhano, still plenty of time, just trying to take his time to make a definite chance that he can score.
Yeah, that's the problem, though. Pinna's defense is so reactive and so quick that if you take a little bit too much time, you dwell just a tiny bit, and he's going to snatch in, take the ball from you, and not even force it forward. He's going to play it from Ferdinand to Gullit back to his goalkeeper to the other side of the pitch where none of your players are. So it's so frustrating to play against.
Cristiano Ronaldo down this left-hand side. Recycling it back to the middle to Gullit. Oh my God, that's a really, really good win by Modric here. And DrErhano now can get himself on the counter-attack, or at least build something. Maybe a little bit too much from Neymar in the middle of the park, and isn't going to get anything there. And what looked like a potential developing opportunity is completely stuffed out there by Pinna, who now has the chance to attack himself. Ronaldo making strides down this left-hand side. Goes on his left as well, he's happy to do so. Potential cross coming in here. Ronaldo just looking for Gullit, does find him. Inside to Neymar, he just goes for it as well. This is the finesse, I should say, on the time shot.
That's the thing, though.
It's difficult, you know, even in that scenario where Neymar is, it's always difficult to squeeze in from there.
With Pinna using the drag back so often, I actually saw Arhano there actually cheat with one of his players, which allowed the pass to happen. He was marking Neymar, he was marking the passing lane as, wow, long ball came in there from DrErhano. He was marking Neymar, but because he was expecting a drag back, he moved his player out of the way, and that allowed the passing lane to be open. And Pinna, the benefactor, couldn't make the shot into a goal.
Cristiano Ronaldo receiving this ball a lot down this left-hand side right now, but Varane is there, tidy up now, and DrErhano will be able to get this one away quite easily. We're now just over halfway in this first half of the second leg. Still only 1 goal in this tie. Who will get the next? Modric going for one, and here will grasp it that after the deflection. But DrErhano, you just don't feel like he's had too many clear-cut chances. I mean, we talked about that one where he developed a fantastic opportunity in the first leg, of course. But right now, it just seems as if he's clutching at straws, and it's going to become more like that as time goes on. He needs a goal very, very quickly. But look at Pinna here, moving through, not able to find that final pass once again. A good defensive performance from both players so far in the second leg.
Yeah, very attritional game, and we're starting to come back now for DrErhano to those long through balls down the wing. That's twice in a row now he's found Neymar on his right-hand side, and that was the formula to beat Daniel Aguila earlier on in the day. Can it beat Pinna?
Hullet looking to Modric, the creator in the middle of the park. Marcelo doesn't mind a cross. Could go for it, but is going to recycle it maybe back to Hullet. So Modric, look at the run there, doesn't need it. Searching for the top right once again.
Green time there from Ahano. You think maybe that goes in the top corner, but timing just off. A little mistake there from Pinna as we are seeing out the end of the first half now into added time of this second leg. It's do or die time now, really, for Ahano. Maybe in the second half we're going to start seeing some changes.
I do believe we will see some. But he has an opportunity here at the end of the first half. Modric again.
Ooh.
He's been effective here. He's looking for the pass. Oh, is he? Oh, the deflection isn't going to come to him. Sergio Ramos will clear it. And the last bit of action of the first half of the second leg, and such a tight affair. Nobody really having much clear-cut chances at all, if anything. And now the changes surely going to come in for DrErhano. Does Pinna change anything? Potentially does go a bit more defensive.
He's anticipating Ahano making those changes like we are, Mark. Excuse me, Chris. I just called you Mark. Sorry.
Wow.
I know you're offended by that, but
much more muscly than him.
We saw him just check out the player rating screen there. When players do that, they're looking for formation changes, and that's something that Pinna almost toyed about doing, but we'll have to see if any changes. If anything, for me, Chris, it's going to be a formation change. I don't think he needs to change personnel just yet. I think maybe moving over to that 4-2-2 could be the option, but he's actually decided to sub off R9, I believe that is, for Lionel Messi.
And the thing is here is that he's only one behind. If it was a couple, then you start to try and make some more radical changes soon. But he's had chances. Nothing too clear-cut, but he's getting there. So he's not playing a bad game here, DrErhano, and I think he knows that. He's had potential chances. This is a good move building here. Hullet.
Just the wrong player.
Just looking for that final pass, and they just can't seem to find it. Pinna, though, he was looking for the run of Messi once again. He looked like he was absolutely on his bike there. Oh my God, it's been given away. And Messi down this right-hand side. Good opportunity here for DrErhano. Neymar, he just can't shrug Vieira off. And he just gets in the way where he needs to.
Two little half opportunities there for Ahano, Chris. The first one where he gave the ball away was actually looking for CR7 in the box. The pass went to the wrong player, and then just that one as well. Unfortunate, Neymar took a bit of a sloppy touch, so getting closer is Ahano.
It's well worked down the left-hand side by Pinna, but he chooses to recycle. Back to Messi now. Looking for an opportune moment to maybe try and kill this one off, and that should be cleared. I say that. Messi going to win the ball back. An opportunity here. There's a space for Hullet to find Neymar. Looking for the top left, and he's not far off. Still one up here in this side. Pinna, and he's looking for more. DrErhano has to be careful. He's going to have to start committing more men forward, and that's where that space is going to be left, and that's the first example we've seen of it.
You don't want to use the term kill the tie off, but a goal very soon for Pinna would make things incredibly difficult for Ahano. Just the one goal across the two legs so far. Chance for Ahano now to steal one back.
Down the wing he goes once again with Neymar. That's an inviting ball. Sergio Ramos is there. Messi is just about going to get to the ball, but can't control it.
It's another poor touch from one of Ahano's players. I mean, it's just certainly not getting the rub of the green, really, with his players' controls at the moment.
Messi jinking his way around the edge of the box. Finds Ronaldo out wide to Mbappe. Ooh, all right, Sergio Ramos just about beats him to the ball there. Seeing them given, specifically against me. Messi now for Pinna, breaking down this right-hand side. Good defending once again by DrErhano. Keeps himself in this game. As long as it's one goal, this could change very, very quickly. Just looking, oh, a mistake though. Is he going to be able to retrieve it? He does. And it's just so difficult for him to break him down. Stefano Pinna has defended so well during this game. And that's a sloppy play, and DrErhano may be getting desperate now. Ramos inside to Vieira. Look at the space. We talked about it. He has to send more men forward. Messi now, see what he can do here. Nearly beaten 2 men, is going to draw a free kick as well. An opportunity for Pinna to make this 2-0, but the pause does come in.
Unsurprising for me, Chris.
Yeah.
DrErhano. It's been, honestly, I want to use the term unlucky because he has just been so unlucky. A little bit better, a bit of snappier control by some of his players, and he could have had several better opportunities. But you have to credit that as well to Pinna's close marking. He's going to sub off Neymar, I do believe it is, and we saw in the custom tactics as well, just pushing his players a little bit closer together, a little bit further back to make sure that this 1-goal lead can be defended, but it's a risky lead. You don't want to rest on your laurels.
Not with one. One more you feel would maybe do it. And he is going to whip this one in. Messi sends it high. Is Van der Sar going to get there? Of course he is. He's been so good for DrErhano at defending these situations. You know, corners, crosses coming in. Oh my God, look at this room. He's in acres of space, and that might be it. He doesn't need many chances, Stefano Pinna, but when he gets them, he takes them the majority of the time. And he's done that in this game. He hasn't been afforded much room or many chances. But a golden one there, and he expects the keeper to move over and sticks it in the bottom right. A good goal from Stefano Pinna, but DrErhano, he's struggled in this game to carve him open, and he gets carved open himself. Yeah,
and another pause comes in, and I wouldn't be surprised to see this be the 3 at the back change for DrErhano. 2 goals down.
It's doable.
It's certainly doable, but time running out, 20 in-game minutes, odd, and I feel sorry for him again. Often you'll see players, when they have the opportunity with Messi, where Pinna just scored, you'll see them finesse at the far post, and DrErhano expecting that, he gambled the wrong way, and at that point, with that kind of chance, with that caliber of player in the Team of the Year Messi card, it is a gamble. If you guess the right way, you save yourself a goal. Unfortunately, guessed wrong, and is now down by 2.
It's a big pause by DrErhano here. A lot of changes potentially coming in. We could see a 4-2-2 or a 4-2-4.
I think 3 at the back.
3 at the back potentially.
I think you have to at this point. You need to bolster the midfield a little bit, push Marcelo a little bit further up. Although, that being said, it's the wing-backs, the full-backs I should say, joining the attack, I think has been the difference in the later stages, while DrErhano has been chasing the game, where Pinna's starting to find the spaces. We saw a couple of good opportunities before that goal came in for Pinna, where Marcelo just a little bit too high up the pitch, and here comes Kevin De Bruyne.
Kevin De Bruyne coming on, not something we see too often, but maybe.
5-star skills, 5-star weak foot.
Yeah.
It's not a bad choice.
It's not a bad choice at all. Very, very versatile. That's a terrible start to the comeback. If you're DrErhano just giving it away. Stefano Pinna in a great spot here. He's offside. You hate to see it if you're DrErhano. Maybe a moment for you to get an opportunity. But now, Pinna staring at that cross-console final. He could be the champion of the PlayStation side here at this LQE in London. Mbappe, once again, on his bike down this right-hand side. DrErhano is going to win it back. He has 16 in-game minutes to score 2 goals. And he's really struggled to find one so far, and then things like that happen, trying to play it through and just can't find the right angle for the ball. And the thing is, as he commits men forward, it's going to be easier for Pinna to find all this room, and that's a last-ditch tackle from Varane. That may well save DrErhano.
Remember that one. If DrErhano does come back in this game, the throw-in will go to Pinna, but looking at the radar, looking at the way the two teams are stacked up, don't think it's quite the 3 at the back here for DrErhano just yet, but Pinna comes forward, he smells blood.
He really does. A third would well and truly kill this off now. DrErhano, we feel like he might struggle for 2. Pinna looking for the 3rd. Look at the space in the box. Messi, a great tackle by Varane once again.
Great, because he was outnumbered in the box.
But this defensive work is all for nothing if he can't get up the pitch and score himself. De Bruyne clatters into a player there, but wins the ball. Marcelo away down the left, and we need a break here from DrErhano if we want to see an amazing end to this tie. Ronaldo now, oh, the pass was on, but he doesn't find it. And Pinna, he's leaving men up from Ferdinand with a crucial interception again. DrErhano's defending as well as he can here, but He needs to excel in the attack if he wants to stay in this PlayStation Grand Final. Messi will run it out to play. 6 in-game minutes for DrErhano now to find 2.
It's a great crescendo to this PS4 final. Just the 2 goals in it so far. Way more spaces being opened up on both sides of the ball as DrErhano chases the game and Pinna smells blood. He starts to circle in the water and he's winning it often in midfield, and these long balls are outnumbering DrErhano at the back. He's coming forward, is Pinna, and that could be the game ender. But Van der Sar with another save. Absolutely saves DrErhano's skin, but is it too little too late?
The time is really ticking down now, Harry. The PlayStation Grand Final here has been a very, very tight affair. But Pinna just seems to have had that edge. It's a great pass inside to Mbappe here, though. DrErhano, if you can get a goal back here, we're maybe talking a final 2 minutes of action. But once again, Pinna slams that door shut. We head into the 92nd minute. Pinna has been flawless defensively through this game. Or maybe not. Oh, and he's hit the post again. DrErhano, he can't buy a goal against Stefano Pinna, who is your PlayStation Grand Champion here at the LQE in a sensational performance. All-round fantastic FIFA from him. A defensive masterclass.